recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but hey, this is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, red like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he sent for me. I keep the blood of the lamb as my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks, they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy. There is a bomb, apply it. The fire can stand to the tallest of giants. The tyrant and all the suppliers are scheming and lying. They selling his dreams and we buying it. Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. 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 Ayy. I got the drive to bust the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on the luck. I put in work and then he show up. I know it's faith that's in the reps, ain't no regrets, I do too much. It ain't me if you saying I stunt. He calling the place and I do what he want. This ain't a front, glory to G-O-D. It's what you could do with a mustard seed. It's what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of the sea. 100% out of me, cause he gave it all on the T when he let it bleed. So what is you saying to me? You just insecure about the love that turned me to a beast. I take a step and I ain't turning back. He made me first cause I know that I'm last. I ain't got time for no thinking the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me. Get it jumping like a trampoline. All truth ain't no trolling. We in good hands, no folding.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But God did it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
And we are back here from Massillon High School. 24 hours later from a rain delay yesterday, we're ready to play some baseball here tonight. It's a regional title between the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders and the #1 team in Division 5, the Waynedale Golden Bears. It's going down live and free right here from Carl Ducky Schroeder Field in Massillon, Ohio. Stay tuned on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Time now for your Maumee Bay Turf Sports Field Constructors, along with Danny's Cafe in Rossford. Pregame show here from Massillon High School. Central Catholic taking on Waynedale for a regional title and a spot in the state Final Four for the Waynedale Golden Bears. It's extra special because they've got a senior class trying to make it 4 consecutive years.
I mean, a Final Four is just a regular season for them. They think every single year we're going to be in this moment winning this game, and it's truly impressive these last 3 years trying to make it 4 of what this Waynedale team has accomplished.
Jonathan Langdon here with you alongside Evan Johnson. Let's take a look at those Waynedale Golden Bears. All of you are here to watch tonight, whether on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter on the OH Report. Lucas Doherty leads his team to a 27-4 record. They went perfect in the WCAL. They had a potential chance to take on fellow WCAL opponent Norwayne, but Canton Central Catholic took care of business. Biggest thing to note about Waynedale, their top pitcher Shane Coblentz unavailable today. He went 93 pitches. Yeah,
they got a great start from him, gets them to the spot, but you got to have multiple guys in that rotation, and I think they have that. So you need contributions from everyone today, on pitching, defensive side. Everyone's got to do something today.
And they've had some big wins. That loss you see there on the screen was a tune-up game. That was actually a regular season game towards the end of the year where they had an extra game to play with. They decided to play the number 1 team in Division 6, Berlin Highland, on Monday. They lost that one 3-9. Player spotlight for Waynedale, someone that we have seen all postseason long carry through for this team at the plate. Jaden Schlebach, the designated hitter for this team, .556 average in the postseason. He went 3 for 4 on Wednesday.
Yeah, this is what you expect in these moments, is your seniors to step up. This is kind of like their last hurrah. This is their last moment, so they need to ball out. They need to shine, and that's exactly what's been happening these last couple games with Jaden. He's just been fantastic at the plate. Clutch moments, he's done everything, and he'll have to continue that here today.
That's his line from Wednesday. Even better in the last couple of games where they shut out both of their opponents in the district tournament. They're going to want to see more of that from him coming up in this game here today. Keys to victory for the Waynedale Golden Bears. Got to play team baseball. We know that Coblentz is that guy. You're not going to have him on the mound, but most of the time in baseball, you don't win with your star players.
No, and if one guy has a great game, that's awesome. It can help the team in certain spots. But like I said, contributions from everyone. They're going to have to put those hits together. Everyone 1 through 9 is going to have to do something special today. And
then also want to back your pitchers in the field. This team has been clean all season long. Regional championship game, some pressure may start to surmount, so don't let it get to you, and try to keep a clean spot in the error column. Keep a 0 on the board in that department. Canton Central Catholic, a team that coming in we don't know too much about, but we do know they've had a lot of common opponents with Waynedale. You see them all on your screen going, what is that now, 5-2, including that 5-1, including that Norwayne game against common opponents. That tells you that this might be close.
Yeah, anytime you're in the Elite 8, this is the best of the best. You're going to see great baseball no matter what. 2 of the top teams going at it, and that's what I expect from Central Catholic today.
So Central Catholic 21-6, headed up by Dan Mozzarelli in his first season as head coach. He's got a stud in Luke Spittler.
Yeah, Luke, just take a look at the numbers. The extra base hits, and that's so crucial. That can just open a game up, get the momentum going in their favor. Just a junior, so they got another year of him, but he's looking to add a state title to his resume.
Yeah, so extra base hits, you see a ton of them there, as Evan mentioned, but they didn't have any in that game against Norwayne. It was a low grind of a game, 2-1. They ended up winning on a walk-off sac fly. Keys to victory for Canton Central Catholic in this one. Bottoms up. In that last game against Norwayne, your bottom of the order scored both runs in that game.
Yeah, if you're able to get your 7, 8, 9 guys, they're doing whatever they can just to get on base, flip the lineup. Like I said, 1 through 9, everyone's going to do something. So if you really got that bottom of the lineup working, you're going to have a great game.
And then, Evan, you weren't here on Wednesday for their game against Cardinal Mooney. What I noticed out of their pitching staff, the Cardinals, they were really worried about the runners on the bases. They were not focusing on the plate nearly as much as they probably should have with how dangerous they are at the dish compared to on the base paths.
Yeah, great teams are able to create that pressure on the base path. It just adds another element to it. And when you start to get those pitchers kind of in their own head and they start to maybe overthrow and stuff, and they start overthinking instead of poking at the batter, you can really do yourself a favor.
So there's your pregame show for both sides. We're excited to see these two teams match up. Not a whole lot of power hitting on these two teams, but they do play a lot of small ball. However, here at Massillon High School. You can see the numbers from the outfield wall. It is a fairly shallow park. Of course, most regionals are played in on college campuses. This is one of the unique ones where you get to play at a high school.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, a lot of college campuses are usually hosting this moment, but we see left field, I know you can't see it, is 315, 316, but you got the big wall. Right field, 310. Maybe we see a couple long balls today. Definitely a chance for righties and lefties to go deep today.
The only long ball in the regional semifinals was from Cardinal Mooney, where they were able to hit one in the bottom half of the third to keep them close with Waynedale, but after that, that's when the Golden Bears kind of turned things up and took over, scored the next 7 runs in that contest to secure the 10-4 win over the Cardinals, a team that Canton Central Catholic also played earlier on in the year, and they took care of business against them in dramatic fashion, winning 13-2 in that contest. We're going to take one more break, and both teams are going to take the field here momentarily. We're going to have the top half of the first for you, live and free on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
And welcome back to Ducky Schroeder Field here from Massillon High School. Jonathan Langdon, Evan Johnson with you. Already had our pregame show, but still getting ready to go here. A little bit later of a start than we anticipated, but nice refreshing, to be honest, because it seems like most of the time these games start a little bit early, but both of these teams set to go. Waynedale taking on Canton Central Catholic here tonight. 15 overall sit the Crusaders from Canton Central Catholic. Number 1 team sits in the third base dugout with the Waynedale Golden Bears. So, Evan, today, throw the rankings out of the window. It's an Elite 8 game. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm excited for what's about to happen. Like you mentioned, Elite 8, the best of the best, a chance to stamp your ticket to the Final Four in Akron. Two great teams. I mean, I think it's just going to come down to pitching and defense. Who can play the cleaner brand of baseball and also play their own brand of baseball? Like, you can't, even though this is a bigger game, the biggest game of your season to this point, you can't differentiate from what you've been doing all season. Just keep playing your game and just kind of that way you can see who comes out on top.
Shout out to our producer, Adam Thompson, bringing you a brand new scoreboard for this regional championship game. And also shout out to the grounds crew here at Massillon High School. They got a little shout out from the press box a couple of minutes ago. They have been here all day getting this field ready for this contest, and you can see from our camera looking gorgeous out there as they put the final touches here on this field. That might be part of the reason why we're in a little bit of a delay here. They want to make sure this is in pristine condition so they don't have to do too many stoppages in the middle of the game. Yeah,
the field's looking great out there. We got tons of rain yesterday, weren't able to get it in, but I saw when we got here already putting down tons of bags of field dry, been raking the entire time, making sure that this field is as pristine as possible ahead of this Elite 8 matchup.
So yesterday, if you missed or didn't realize this game was supposed to be yesterday, they had a whole situation when we had first gotten here about an hour and a half before the game. Rain started to pour down, and they were still debating whether or not they were going to try to get the field together and ready to go. In the end, about an hour later, they decided that they were going to hold off because while there was a window to potentially get the game in, they didn't want to use all of their, as you said, all of their field dry just to have another wave come in.
Yeah, it was a tough situation. It was hard. We had a lot of spotty rain yesterday. Didn't really know what we were getting, how hard the rain was going to be. I know both teams were eager to get out there to play yesterday, but now the sun trying to come out, some clouds in the sky, but it's another beautiful day for baseball.
So hang with us here. Game about set to start. Continue to kind of highlight some of these players, and then also someone that we can kind of talk about is Shane Koblenz, because obviously pitched so well in the regional semifinal. He won't be able to go today on the mound. And I saw Evan Yoder warming up over at first base, which for the Waynedale Golden Bears usually means Logan Troyer, who usually plays at first, is going to move his way to the mound and likely get the start here in this game. He's been second best all season long, and even on a team like Waynedale, that can be a lot of teams' best.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at this point, this is a really good team. I think almost any other team in their division would be like, dude, that guy would be our best pitcher by far, one of our best guys on our team. But luckily, Waynedale's got a deep lineup. They have a lot of guys that can do great things on the diamond.
As we still await the start of this game, I want to thank our sponsors bringing you this live and free coverage here today. Thanks to Maumee Bay Turf and also Danny's Cafe in Rossford, your trusted source for turf systems and a premier sports bar in Rossford. Shout out to 89 Homes in Jeromesville, building homes, earning trust since 1979. Also BS Media and Hummel Group, insurance and wealth management solutions to help you identify and manage risk while planning for the future at Hummel Group. Finally, also our commercial sponsors who you will see videos of all day long, Simonson Construction Services and Sutton Bank. See in the middle of the field, Coach Dougherty meeting up with the first-year head coach, Dan Mazzarelli, successor to Doug Miller, who is a storied coach, not just in Canton Central Catholic history, but Northeast Ohio baseball history. Three-time state champion, a number of regional championships. I have him down for 6, and then he's also the winningest coach in Stark County history.
Yeah, I mean, for a first-year head coach to come in after that, I mean, it's a tall task. But he's got his team here in the Elite 8 with a chance to go to the Final Four and kind of keep that history and that legacy going.
Wind's starting to pick up here. We had a little bit of a Wednesday we had hardly any on the day where it was raining, and here we are, overcast skies. We got the wind back, and feels like, I don't know, feels like it's blowing in at us from center field, so that could definitely take away some long balls.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden the wind just picked up a lot, and wind can play a huge factor in these games. Definitely kind of blowing in towards us, maybe a little bit towards right field a bit. So we'll see how that, if the wind keeps up going, how that will impact this game.
Big crowd on hand here today behind home plate. Also a good crowd I'm seeing in right field. Got to give credit to Massillon. This is a great facility. A lot of areas for people to go sit down. Heck, some people could even go sneak into Paul Brown Stadium and right field and right center and probably get an even better view than all of us.
Yeah, those grandstands are huge over there at the football field. But both of these teams' fans really showed out to today's game. I mean, there was like tons of fans here an hour before the game. They're setting up tents, chairs, getting their spots ready. It's really great to see both of the communities out here supporting their squads.
Yeah, and we're proud to join tent row here today over on the third base side. I remember yesterday during our rain delay, there was 3 or 4 of them that were all lined up together before the game inevitably got called. But we decided that, hey, this side looks pretty good. We're going to try and set up our broadcast here, and hopefully our camera angle that you see on the screen is going to get us done here get it done here for this regional championship game. Long talk still at the mound, or still at the plate. Winner of this game, as it looks like they're closing things up there at home plate, winner of this game is going to have an interesting state semifinal because, of course, you've got Waynedale, the number 1 team in Division 5, playing in this game. They'd play either the number 2 or the number 3 seed in a state semi. Coldwater and Ottawa Hills playing over in Northwest Ohio to see who's going to go to Canal Park yet again in Akron. We're about to do the national anthem here at the field. We'll send ourselves off to one final break. We'll have first pitch next on the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Shit, boy.
And welcome back to Massillon High School. It's been a while since we talked about our pregame show. Let's go ahead and rehash some keys to victory. Starting for this Canton Central Catholic team, bottoms up, bottom of the lineup, had such a good game against Norwayne 2 days ago. Going to want to see that happen again. And we saw Cardinal Mooney struggle against the Bats of Waynedale solely because they were not focused on the plate. Base runners were making things difficult for those Cardinals. Can't let the Crusaders do that today.
Yeah, can't let the pressure get to you. Just kind of stay true, your focus on the batter. Got to get those outs when you can. Guys are going to try to get maybe Q over at first base, jump around, get a big lead. But if you can try to get him, keep him close to the bag. But if not, you got to just focus on the batter.
Looks like we have a standoff right now between Central Catholic and Waynedale after the national anthem. No one's willing to budge quite yet, as we see the Golden Bears warm up and get ready to go in this game. Still plenty of crowd piling into this one. Big crowd on hand. It seems like Friday worked for a lot more people than yesterday did when it comes to this championship game.
It looks like we just saw Waynedale win the standoff there. Central Catholic retreating just a few seconds earlier as the umps sent them off the field.
So we'll see if that's indicative of how this game is going to go as well. Let's talk about those keys to victory now for the Golden Bears. Of course, this team playing with house money right now, #1 team in Division 5. Just got to make sure you play some team baseball.
Yeah, they know they're supposed to be here, and that's kind of like, it's like a business trip for them. They've been to this spot for these seniors, every single year of their careers. They're used to this. Just play their game, play team baseball, and good things will come your way.
And then also back your pitchers, including this guy right here, Logan Troyer, is going to start on the mound for the Waynedale Golden Bears as we put our scoreboard up. Thanks to 89 Homes in Jeromesville. Can finally take pregame off of that scoreboard. We're ready to go, about 15 minutes late in this one, but still, we got baseball, unlike yesterday where we were rained out, had to move to right now to get this game going in the regional championship. Who's going to go to Canal Park next week? We're going to find out in about 2 hours from now. Live and free on the OH Report. Thank you so much for joining us, whether on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter here today. Jonathan Langdon alongside Evan Johnson. Leading things off for Canton Central Catholic is the junior, Luke Vlakovsky. First pitch from Troyer, the lefty, is low and away, and here we go.
Starting him off backwards with the big looping curveball. Just kind of send a message right away.
Troyer likes to go from the stretch. You'll see him go there all game long as this next pitch is fouled back, so we're even at 1. Golden Bears 27-4 on the year. They went perfect in the WCAL, 14 out of 14. That was their 19th WCAL title, first since 2022. Next pitch misses outside.
Good idea. Back-to-back breaking balls and then attacks with the heat on the outside corner.
2-1 pitch from Troyer. That one misses as well, so hitters count to start here for Vlakovsky. 1 for 4 in the leadoff spot last time out against Norwayne. Here's the delivery. This one grounded over to short, scooped up. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1. Big ovation from the Golden Bear crowd in front of us. Jordan Miller makes the play. There's your first replay of the day, brought to you by Hummel Group. Shout out to Hummel Group covering the postseason. I've seen their logo on a couple of jerseys with some of the kids here at the park today. It was either the left or the right sleeve. First pitch in there for a strike to the next batter. This is Dylan Minnie, hit that game-winning sacrifice fly in the 7th to send them here today. Next pitch is low.
Just misses the strike zone. He's been working around the edges, trying to find out where this how far he'll go outside of his zone.
Another pitch from Troyer, breaking ball that time, just misses. 2-1, 1 gone here in the top of the first. If you're just joining us, Waynedale taking on Canton Central Catholic. Number 1 team in the field, number 15 team at the bats. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove of the senior, Tristan Franks. We're even at 2. Claps from the first base dugout. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner through the 4 gap into right. It's the first hit of the day for Canton Central Catholic.
Sometimes it just takes one to get started. Just kind of waits back on that, drives it to the right field. Just a very good base hit to get the game started for Central Catholic.
Up next, our player spotlight, the junior Luke Spittler. If anybody's got power on this team, it's him. As you see him belt one foul behind us. 5 home runs this year. He recently hit one a couple games ago in their regular season tune-up game. They played against the Green Bulldogs. Looks like we got some confusion here on the field. Something got onto the field and they had first base coach pick it up. We're all good to go now. 0-1 count to Spittler. Was 0 for 2 with a walk. Throw over to first, not in time. That's Minnie over at first. Quick look over there at first. Still looking, now he's going to throw again. 2 in a row, not in time.
Yeah, not getting a huge lead over at first. Just kind of with the lefty on the mound, it's so hard to get that extended lead.
Another long look. This time he'll go to the plate. Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. He's up ahead 0-2 on the Crusaders' best hitter. Medium-sized lead over at first. Troyer gets set. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Logan Troyer.
A big strikeout pitch. Now you get 2 outs. You can kind of focus now really on the hitter and kind of ignore the runner at first. Just try to lock in on getting the next guy out.
Outfield looks pretty much identical, or close to. There's a couple of changes out there, of course, with Troyer pitching for Waynedale. This is Nick Hilton at the plate. First pitch from Troyer is taken outside for ball 1, but for Waynedale in the field, starting the outfield left to right, Cam Miller, Josh Yoder, Hudson Barkman, who made a nice diving catch in the game on Wednesday. Braden Steiner over at third, Jordan Miller at short, Shane Koblenz plays at second, Evan Yoder at first. Tristan Franks behind the plate. Troyer delivers the next pitch. This one swung on late. Now going to the crowd and right.
Putting up a good fight. Central Catholic trying to adjust to that big looping curveball. If they can wait back on it, they'll be able to do some damage with it, but right now unable to square it up.
It's a much different release point from the Norwayne pitcher they saw on Wednesday. Count moves to 1-1. 2 gone here in the top of the first. This one swung on, popped up, in play. Looks like it's trailing foul. Barkman not going to be able to get there. It's out of play.
And that might be kind of due to the wind we kind of talked about earlier. It's blowing that way towards right field. Maybe just kind of kept carrying a little bit out of the wind, kind of carried it out of play.
Count moves to 1-2. Nick Hilton, the senior, gets back to the plate. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the third inning against Norwayne. That proved to be the most offense that the Crusaders would see in that game. Looking to try and spurt them on here early in this contest. Troyer at the mound with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Does not matter because that's strike 3. Hummel Group shows you the strikeout. That'll do it for the top half of the first. Crusaders strand 1. Golden Bears coming up to the bats next.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's ours.
And welcome back here live and free on the OH Report. Bottom half of 1. Golden Bears able to strand a runner at first for Central Catholic. They'll have a chance to respond here in the bottom half of this inning. Want to shout out our comments here on the OH Report on Facebook. Shout out to Lynn Temple saying good luck Waynedale. Chuck Rudy cheering on the Bears as well. And Robert Taylor, we did hear you. We're going to move ourselves over a smidge. Make sure you can see the batter and the umpire at the plate. We've been moved all over the place here in this regional tournament. Here at Massillon High School, press box full, so we're more than willing to work outside. We've done it all season long. We did have a spot in the box they did offer us, but we would not be able to cover with our camera any of right field there, so we decided just to bite the bullet, head outside for the day. On the mound for Canton Central Catholic is Nolan Bunner, the sophomore. Last pitched a 7-inning shutout against Triway in their district championship game. They've been waiting for him to have this moment against Waynedale, and he's going to quick pitch Shane Koblenz. That one goes low in the dirt.
The quick pitch for the first one of the day, trying to set the tempo right away on the mound.
Counts 3-0. We're having issues with our camera right now. Four-pitch walk there. So Koblenz is on first base. Nobody out here. Another senior will step up to the plate. And he'll square down a bunt. This one just goes foul over towards third base. Tristan Franks, one of two lefties in the lineup. This one goes in the dirt.
Waynedale really trying to get that small ball established early. Can just be such an advantage for a team if they're able to execute it.
Counts even at 1. Big lead over from Koblenz at first. Franks tries to square a bunt, pulls back and takes ball 2. Runner goes. Bunt is down. It's fair. Koblenz will get to second. And there's going to be no play at first. Franks gets in safely. Catcher hesitated just enough to not be able to get the throw there in time.
The small ball adds pressure, and the great teams are able to use small ball and still be safe at first, and that's what Waynedale was able to do there. Now, instead of just using it as a sacrifice, they have runners on first and second.
And this will bring up Cam Miller, who had a bounce-back game in the regional semi. He went into that game hitting just .250 in the postseason. He went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. As looks like he's going to also square to bunt. He offered it that, missed it. That's strike 1.
Yeah, now with a runner on second, you can put that bunt down the third base line. Third baseman playing back right now. There's kind of a lot of open space on that line.
Next pitch, this one fouled off the bat and then also off the thigh of Cam. So quickly down 0-2. He's got the best batting average on the team at .398. .461 OBP. Look back over to second from Bunner. Here's the pitch. That one low and away. Runners are going to go. And they'll both go in safely to scoring position. Catcher this far struggling. Hilton not able to collect. Koblenz over to third now. Franks over at second. And already Golden Bears putting on the pressure in the bottom of the first. Count is even at 2.
Golden Bears just been able to do the small things right, using the advantage, taking the advantage on the base pass and using the small ball already in just the first 2 batters.
From the stretch again, Miller drills this one over in foul ground towards third. Stay even at 2. RBIs for Cam, 25 on the year. That leads the team. Jordan Miller on deck. Still nobody out. Next pitch will fill up the count. Koblenz at third, Franks at second, threatening to score the first run of the game. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Nice battle here between two sophomores.
Putting up a fight, ramping up the pitch count already in the first inning.
Next delivery, reaching at one outside the zone. Miller's retired on strikes.
Next for the Golden Bears, shortstop, number 2, Jordan Miller.
So after that, Jordan Miller will take his place. 1 out, 2 on still. Jordan Miller just as good, 21 RBIs for him this year. As he drills this one out to left, this will certainly score at least one. Catch is made in left by Early. Koblenz cruises into home. We've got a run on the board early. Good swing by Jordan Miller. He went 0 in the last game, but that time he's able to capitalize on it and get an RBI. In that whole play sequence, Frank stayed at second because they cut off the throw. And here is our player spotlight for Waynedale. Jaden Schlebach, the DH. This one swung on the first pitch. That'll go to left center. And with 2 gone, catch is made by Coy over in left center. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the first. Second inning next, Waynedale, they get on the board, 1-0 over Central Catholic.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Logan Troyer finds his way back to the mound here for the top of the second. First inning, 17 pitches, 11 strikes. He struck out 2 of his 3 outs.
Yeah, a dominant performance in that first inning, setting the tone early. Able to get some quick outs after giving up the hit. Looks to continue that here in the second.
So due up for Central Catholic is 5, 6, 7.
Leading off the top of the second inning for the Crusaders, designated hitter number 15, Rossford.
The only freshman on the varsity roster steps up to the plate now. This is Brock Borquin. And you know he's a special freshman when he's hitting 5th in the order.
Yeah, coming into just an already great program and being able to cement yourself in the lineup, truly impressive.
First pitch right down the heart of the plate. So Troyer gets ahead in the count. Troyer stretch again. That one just misses. Both teams taking advantage of some of their extra regular season games. They played tune-ups on Monday. Waynedale played Berlin Highland. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled. They played Berlin Highland, the number 1 team in Division 6 on Monday. And then also Central Catholic took on Green.
Those tune-up games are just so important to keep you going, keep you playing. When you go a week or more without actually playing a real game, it can be tough to kind of get back into the flow of it early in the game.
Swing just over the head. of Jordan Miller at short. That'll get down for the second hit of the game in favor of Central Catholic.
Now batting for Central. First baseman number
Just another good opposite field poke from Central Catholic. See if they're able to start to move the runners now.
So the freshman finds his way aboard. Long look over to first. Troyer fires at the plate. Gets that one in for a strike. So the brother now of the leadoff hitter, Luke, Lance Blakovsky, sits in left-handed. 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the regional semi against Norway and back on Wednesday. This one just misses low and away right now. Tight strike zone, but probably should be that way in a regional title.
Yeah, both of these teams have just a good pitchers. Got to be able to hit your spots.
Nice curveball. Still, Central Catholic trying to figure that out. That was fouled into the catcher's glove. A lot of lefties here in this lineup for Central Catholic. Favors Troyer, of course. This one outside, 2-2. Quick look over to first here for Troyer. Fires away to first base. Won't get Berkwin over at first. Talked about the freshman who sits there at first right now, but this is still a veteran-heavy team. 9 seniors on the roster. Next pitch, swung on, taken up the middle. That'll get down as well. Back-to-back hits for the Crew.
A perfect base hit over the infield in front of the outfield. Just a bloop single. Keep the inning going. Great piece of hitting.
So still nobody out. Those 2 runners on. First baseman in on a potential sacrifice situation. Austin Coy, he's going to square, and he gets it down. Nice and clean bunt. Throw over to first from Franks is high. They're going to wave 1 runner home. We're tied up. Second one stops at third. Frank scoops, collects, and just throws it over the covering Shane Koblenz at first.
I mean, that's exactly what you want from a bunt, especially a sacrifice bunt like that, is you put the pressure on the defense. They got to make a tough decision with multiple runners on the base, what base they're going to, and then, you know, just have to make a quick reaction throw to first base and just soars it over.
So some early offense, some early mistakes we're seeing. Runners on the corners now with still nobody out. Troyer, he's in a pickle. He's got to try and fight his way out of it. Misses his first pitch to the next batter, Jackson Keene. Now it's the third baseman in. Steiner in the grass. 2-0 count. Keene thought he had it, whiffs at it instead. It's 2-1.
Sometimes just getting the 1 strike kind of settle himself back down on the mound after just giving up the tying run.
Another look to first, not too big of a lead over there. Next pitch outside. Another hitter's count here for the Crew. Jackson Keene gets his signal from the third base coach. house money right now if you're Central Catholic in this situation. Next pitch from Troyer. Pitch is in there, either in there or the swing was full. Nonetheless, it's a full count, 3-2.
It looks like it was just a called strike. Now a big opportunity here on full count.
Payoff pitch gets by Keene. It's the third strikeout for Logan Troyer.
Really nice pitch. Now you have that double play opportunity up the middle with runners on first and third. That could just be a huge break for Waynedale to try to get out of this inning without allowing any more damage.
And up comes Jeremy Early, pardon me. He was the one to make the catch in left field on the sacrifice fly by Jordan Miller in the bottom of the first. That allowed Koblenz to score. And it's why we see ourselves tied right now. This one's going to go to left, and that'll get down. Runner scores from third. Station to station go the other runners. Crusaders, they have themselves a lead.
Another just bloop single, just in the shallow left field area. Just kind of, they've been stringing together those hits to put together a lead here in the top of the second.
First time all postseason, Golden Bears have been behind. First pitch swinging here. This one will tail. It looks foul. Over towards the ticket vendors. So we're back to the top of the lineup. Luke Vlikovsky, 0 for 1 in this game. One out, 0-1 count. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. They got to this one in play over at center. Yoder makes the catch. Thought about making the run from second to third. Wisely pulls back on the arm. Out in center by Josh.
That ball just carried a little too far. Center field able to make a nice play on it. And a great break for Waynedale. No one able to tag up in advance.
Shore keeps the runner honest at second. Dylan Minnie back to the plate. He was the one to record the first hit of this contest. They ended up straining him at first. Another throw back. Throw is going to get away, but the base runner did not realize it in time. He'll have to stay. Good job by Jordan Miller, however, who made the tag to keep the glove there and act as if he still had the baseball.
Yeah, I mean, the runner has no clue that the ball just went into the outfield. Just kind of holding that tag there freezes him on second base.
Troyer focuses on the plate this time. This one's belted out towards right. Hudson Barkman. Darn near a gold glove out there. Makes the catch. Gets him out of the inning. Golden Bears find themselves trailing for the first time as they head to the bats in the second.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's ours to.
And welcome back live and free on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Jonathan Langdon with you, Evan Johnson providing some color, also your camera operator here today. Golden Bears find themselves in quite the predicament, down 2-1 to Canton Central Catholic here from Massillon High School. Braden Steiner will lead things off for the Golden Bears. First pitch to him is inside, ball one. Batting .367 this year. He's been big, especially towards the latter end of this season. Swings one right up the middle and right on cue. He's got a base hit.
Gets the inning started off right with a base hit. I have a feeling no lead is going to be safe this entire game between both teams. Each team's going to be fighting every inning to claim that lead.
Starting to get a big gust of wind here from Massillon. Josh Yoder up next. On deck is the pitcher, Logan Troyer, who will try to help himself out. Steiner, decent lead at first. Square to bunt. Pitches away. Keep the count where it is, 1-0.
Yeah, if you're Central Catholic, as soon as Waynedale gets a run on first, you got to be expecting the bunt, the small ball. The Golden Bears are going to find any way to move that runner over.
Yoder squares again, gets this one down right to the pitcher. Brenner throws to first, makes the out there, so the sacrifice works.
Next for the Golden Bears, the pitcher number 11, Logan Troyer.
So Bunner able to record that out. Logan Troyer up now, just over 300 with his average. Troyer, the sophomore, waits. Another pitch. This one low. Long wait. Look back to second. Here's the next pitch. That one high.
A lot of tempo change on the mound right now, kind of switching between the quick pitching while also taking several looks at second, changing up the timing just so the runner cannot get any advantage.
This feels like right now just the attempt to not give any rhythm to the Golden Bears. This one's outside. However, it's not giving himself too much rhythm either. He's down 3-0 in the count.
Yeah, pitchers that can change up their tempo is truly impressive because, like you mentioned, sometimes you get yourself out of your rhythm if you're trying too hard to change up your looks.
Another square to bunt. Pulls back. Takes strike one.
A lot of teams do that where they show the bunt on 3-0, try to kind of scare the pitcher almost in a way. I'm always not a fan of it because it almost gives your pitcher a target to throw at if you put the bat over the strike zone.
This one's in there as well. Troyer not happy. He actually put his fingers up to his helmet, which in the minor leagues is a signal he wants to challenge that pitch.
Yeah, I don't think we have ABS here in Massillon.
This one low in the dirt. Steiner's going to try and take off for third. He's in safely. So the walk and the steal put runners on the corners with one gone.
Great awareness on the base pass to read that right off of the dirt. Once he saw it was hitting the dirt, took off towards third base, got up standing, no throw. Now a first and third situation again.
Here comes Hudson Barkman. He's going to try and square to bunt, it looks like. He pulls that back, takes ball one. Barkman just under 200 on his average. but he's been doing a good job lately getting these bunts down, getting RBIs in that way. He's got 10 on the year.
Yeah, looking for a safety squeeze type look. Runner on third base. Not fully commit until that bunt's laid down.
He pulls that one back, takes strike one. Made a highlight reel diving catch in the regional semi over in right field against Cardinal Mooney. At the plate, he went 0 for 2, recorded a walk, scored a run. As he offers it that, cannot get a bat to it, and he's going to have to swing away now.
Yeah, kind of unable to get that bunt and wasn't able to execute the small ball. Now has a chance to do damage with the swing.
Troyer getting a decent lead at first. He'll stay. This one's lined. It'll bounce. That'll score a run. Throw to first is in time. They get Barkman there for out number 2. But the Golden Bears, they do tie up the game.
Yeah, all of their outs have been productive today.
And you can hear through our headsets, we got a big cheering crowd for Hudson Barkman right around us. He does his job, gets the RBI, and also we go back to the top of the order with Shane Koblenz.
Yeah, able to flip the lineup. Just a great job by the 9-hole.
So a quick meeting at the mound there with Bunner. Try to regroup. Still got a tie game here if you're Central Catholic, so just want to do everything you can to keep that heading into the third. Troyer still at second, being a problem for the pitching staff. This one's fouled back to start the AB for Koblenz. Shane walked to start the game on 4 pitches. This one misses low. So that definitely could be why they had a little bit of a visit there, just to try and figure out what they can do to pitch at Koblenz instead of giving up another lopsided walk.
Yeah, not trying to give him anything too pretty to where he can drive it into one of the gaps.
Bunner looks to second. Here's the pitch. This one inside. Count moves to 2-1. Koblenz, to call him prime time because he's been one of the best players in the postseason his entire tenure here at Waynedale. 2-1 pitch to him. Taken for strike 2. We're even there. He went 4 for 5 on Wednesday, scored 3 runs, drove in 2. And of course he pitched the first 4 innings of the contest, struck out 5. Swings this one over. The shift doesn't work for Central Catholic. Troyer's going to try and go for home. The throw is high. Waynedale takes the lead. They go to second. Koblenz is in there as well. That second baseman was shifted just a little bit to his right.
And just aggressive base running, going home, and also getting to second base. Both of those runners did a great job at doing their jobs, and now they again take the lead back.
So the senior carries through yet again. He's 1 for 1, also has a walk. Here's Tristan Franks. He's 1 for 1. First pitch just clips the outside corner. So Troyer and Koblenz on that last play just simply swap places. And we talked about the grounds crew earlier and how they were able to get the field ready. Koblenz already wearing that dirt proudly.
Yeah, I got a little muddy field here. Stick to you. Already got the dirt bag look out there.
Here's a 1-1 to Franks. That one clips the inside edge. Count moves to 1-2. So the Golden Bears, for the first time this year, found themselves down 2-1 coming into this frame. they have responded well, taking the lead back 3-2. Next pitch. This one belted down the right field line. It's fair. Koblenz will round third. He will score standing. It's an RBI single for Tristan Franks. He's 2 for 2. He's got himself an RBI. The seniors stepping up big time.
Yeah, everyone doing their job in this inning. They were able to get the bunts down early, and it kind of leads to now they get to swing and get the base hits. And they've kind of put it all together in this inning.
That is the 5th hit of the game for Waynedale. Actually, the 4th hit of the game. As we see Cam Miller take strike 1 to start his AB. He is 0 for, struck out in his last at bat. Swings at this, belts it over to third, scooped up by Spittler. He'll throw to second for the easy out. Crusaders get out of the inning, but the Golden Bears put 3 up in the bottom half of the second. The lead is back to Waynedale.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Troyer warms up for the top of the third. Shout out to some more comments here on the OH Report. Cheryl Nelson yet again cheering on those Bears. Diana Strong as well with the bear emoji in the chat. And shout out Tiffany Lepke going in on the comments section, cheering on those Waynedale Golden Bears, who now lead 4-2 after a 3-run second inning. So Waynedale with the advantage over Central Catholic 4-2. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Golden Bears. 2 runs on 4 hits for Canton Central Catholic. Waynedale's also got an error to their name that allowed one of those runs to score in that last inning.
I mean, we're just played 2 innings, and we've already seen 3 lead changes. I have a feeling we'll see a couple more. Both these teams are going to battle all the way to the end. Just been a great showing from both squads so far.
Luke Spittler is up. One of the top players, not just on the team, but in Stark County, and also could argue in all of Northeast Ohio. As he swings at one way early on the curveball. He'll go down quickly 0-1. This one's popped up. That'll go to right field. Koblenz looking like he's going to take it. Barkman nearly collided with him, but puts a hand around the hip, and there's out number 1.
Yeah, that nearly could have been a disaster, but if there was some miscommunication and you have a collision in shallow right field, it could have been bad, but it doesn't happen. Able to secure the out. Just efficient work from this defense.
Nick Hilton takes inside, strike 1. It's a very strict strike zone early on in this game. We're starting to see it, I think, open up a little bit more, especially on the inside and the outside lines. Troyer, next pitch. This one way outside. That one won't get called a strike. Got to give credit where credit's due. Troyer so far, 41 pitches, 28 strikes. He's the number 2 pitcher on this squad. as Hilton gets that past Steiner. 5th hit of the game for Canton Central Catholic. They're aboard with 1 gone.
Ball was a rocket down the line. That's why they call it the hot corner. Over that third base, just gets by him in a hurry. And again, starting the inning off with a base hit.
So Hilton a threat on the base paths, and now another threat at the plate. The freshman looks to turn it into a 2-for-2 day. Brock Borquin. Troyer delivers, can't get that one across the zone, might have been a little low. 2-0 the count. Troyer last pitched on Monday against Berlin Highland. Has not looked shabby in this one thus far, although he has allowed 2 runs, and he's down 3-0 here. Just got to get one over the zone. Taking all the way, Borquin sees strike 1 go by.
Yeah, he's been very efficient in the zone today. You just mentioned he's thrown a ton of strikes today.
Next pitch popped up. This will stay in the infield. Jordan Miller calls off Steiner. He runs for cover as Jordan makes the catch. That's now 2 pop-ups here in this inning where one time Barkman almost collided with Koblenz. That time Steiner wasn't taking any chances.
No, we could hear him from all the way out here behind the plate, and he was loud, making sure everyone knew that he was going to make that out.
So the freshman retired. Breaking ball clips the zone. This is Noah Barbari. Another throw over to first. Hilton is safe. Barbari is 1 for 1. Next pitch from Troyer. Swung on and missed. Runner's going to go. Hesitated there, Franks. I don't think he even saw him go. And that is going to result in a stolen base.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a late jump towards second base. But then, like you mentioned, the catcher just kind of hesitated. None of the middle infielders crashed to the bag right away. Just kind of a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, Hilton just snuck on by. Everyone was confused. This one goes to left. Jordan Miller backtracks and makes the catch for out number 3. No score in that top half. Golden Bears coming back bottom of the 3rd.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's ours.
As you see on the flag, wind starting to pick up yet again here from Massillon High School. Jonathan Langdon, Evan Johnson, bottom half of the 3rd, due up are the Waynedale Golden Bears. It looks like we'll see Jordan Miller, then Jaden Schlebach, and Braden Steiner. That's 4-5-6 crew for the Waynedale Golden Bears.
Waynedale's been able to put up runs both innings. They've been up to the plate. trying to now extend their lead, add a little bit more support.
Shout out to all of you watching live and free. 120 plus across all platforms as we sit here today in this third inning where the Golden Bears want to try and add to their lead. They have the advantage 4-2 after a 3-run second inning. Jordan takes an inside strike. He started the scoring for the contest with a sacrifice fly to left that scored Shane Koblenz. Reaches that one here and fouls it away. He's down 0-2. Talk about the big crowd watching with us live and free. Even bigger crowd, and it's not even close here at the facilities today. Both fan bases have shown out big time, and I don't think this was going to happen if we played yesterday. Friday has certainly been a better day for a lot of people.
Yeah, and nothing better than some Friday evening baseball on a beautiful day.
Another one fouled away. Jordan continues to battle. This one in the dirt. We're even at 2. Bunters thrown after that, 47 pitches. 26 for strikes. As we see time called at the plate. Umpire goes and get some extra baseballs. Number 15 team in Division 5 hanging tight with number 1. Miller fights off another one.
Great battle at 2 strikes. Got down to 0-2 right away. Now he watched 2 pitches in the dirt. Now foul tipping this one away.
Jordan Miller went 0 for 5 yesterday, but that doesn't mean he hasn't made an impact. Next pitch here, 2-2. That hits him. Drilled right in the back. He'll take first base to start off the inning.
Just a tough situation to go from 0-2 to awarding him a free base due to hit by pitch. And we've seen it now every single time Waynedale's gotten a runner on first base. They've gone straight to the small ball. We'll see if they do it again now.
Back to Miller. Talked about his 0 for 5 day, but he still made an impact. He reached on an error. He was able to move some runners around. He sits at first now, as he is just as big of a threat on the base paths as he is at the plate. He's at first base, Jaden Schleybaugh. The DH is up. He's 0 for 1. Bunter delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one high, it gets away from the catcher. And umpire claims it's a foul ball. Here's the look thanks to Hummel Group. Umpire's saying it hit the knob of the bat, either the knob or the hands.
Yeah, it's a tough one to see from our angle. I want to say more towards the knob, just because he didn't make a reaction. I think if it hits your hand, you're kind of maybe flinching, shaking your hands off. You maybe drop the bat, take a heater off the knuckles. But he had no reaction to the ball.
Well, the umpires are going to meet. Coach Dougherty had a little talk with the home plate umpire, and they're going to chat things up. They're going to bring over the umpires over at second and first as well.
Yeah,
and
I
of
think
course
you have
here,
to talk to the first base umpire here. He had the angle of seeing where his hands were.
Of course, here in a regional championship game, umpire crew increases. Usually only have 2 out on the field, but it moves all the way up to 4 when you get to this point of things. We'll see what their verdict is. And I think I'd heard him say foul ball, so it's going to stay 0-2.
Yeah, I believe that's the right call. I just think if you take a heater off of the fast pitch off of the knuckles, you're probably just making some sort of reaction. It's not going to feel too good.
So the third senior on this crew has to try and bounce back. He's down 0-2, nobody gone. Runner on first Jordan Miller with a good lead. Throwback. He'll get back in time. On deck is Braden Steiner. Schleybaugh been one of the hottest hitters in the postseason for Waynedale. Next pitch, cut on and missed. The breaking ball fooled him.
Just really wasn't committed. Just kind of tried to throw his hands at the outside pitch, trying to foul tip it off, but unable to make any sort of contact.
And Jay Schley is now 0 for 2 in this game. He'll go back to the dugout, and Steiner will try to pick up the pace for Waynedale. Throwback, ball gets away. Miller will round second. He's got one for sure. They retrieve the ball quickly, so he'll stay there. Now the runner in scoring position, just one out. Steiner is 1 for 1. He's also scored himself a run. Next pitch from Bunner. This one popped up. Looks like it'll just escape. Actually went much further than I expected. Went behind the bleachers. Steiner takes time in the box. He'll now re-square up. Still one out. Counts 0-1. Next pitch to him. Swung on, belted in the outfield. Center fielder laces it up. Coy will haul it in shallow center. No chance for Jordan to tag.
Just got under that one. Went way up. That ball was a mile high in the air, but didn't have the depth on it that he wanted. Just kind of drops there in center, shallow center field.
And most certainly the wind took that too.
Yeah. Wind kind of blowing in directly into that, where that ball landed.
So 2 gone now. Josh Yoder going to try to play hero. He walked in his first at-bat. Step off by Nolan sends Jordan back. Next pitch to Yoder. This one low and away. Bottom half of 3. 2 outs, runner on second. Tight contest thus far between Central Catholic and Waynedale. This one taken to right. Keene was right there underneath it. Didn't have to move a smidge. 4-2. Central Catholic going to try and get back into it when we head to the 4th.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We have made it to the 4th, and you can see all eyes are on Massillon today. Waynedale, the top team in Division 5. Everyone is eager to see what they're about before they potentially book their ticket to Akron for the state tournament next week for a 4th straight season.
Yeah, great showing today from the fans. I mean, who wouldn't want to see this star-studded lineups going at it for a chance to go to that Final Four?
Leading off the 4th inning for the Crusaders, number 1, Austin Coy.
So Austin Coy will start off for Central Catholic Crusaders. 2 runs in the 2nd inning, but that's it thus far. Austin Coy, the senior, sits at the dish going up against Troyer. Swing and a miss on a sinking pitch there underneath the bat. Logan Troyer, compared to his counterpart Shane Koblenz, does not nearly have the velocity of his senior teammate as he dips another one underneath for strike 2. 78 on his fastball. That's pretty much about all he gets to. Sometimes he can clip 80. Koblenz, on the other hand, who we saw pitch on Wednesday, gets into the low to mid-90s. So very big contrast between those two, and I think personally that's why they're so successful.
Yeah, able to change those velocities, and like we've seen today, even the change from the fastball to the curveball, just big dropping, able to change those velocity levels can keep the hitters unbalanced.
Late swing from Coy. He stays alive in the count as that ball goes into the construction zone in right field. Building a new elementary school here at Massillon, adding to the already gorgeous campus here that Massillon has. Another one fouled back by Coy. Of course, we've talked about it before over in right center field. Paul Brown Stadium, one of the biggest football stadiums, not just in Ohio, but in the country. And I had actually never seen it before in person, even though I have lived in this area before. It lives up to the hype. If you see just pictures of it, as that pitch misses outside, if you only see pictures of it, you wouldn't think much of it. You have to see it for yourself to really get the idea of the magnitude of this high school field in the middle of Canton.
I mean, that scoreboard is no joke over there. I mean, that is like college. That's better than probably a lot of D1 colleges.
I could definitely list a good number on more than 2 hands of schools that don't have stuff like Massillon has here. Also a beautiful baseball facility. Of course, turf is the new in the last couple of years as Coy fights off another foul ball. This is a nice at-bat we see going here between Coy and Troyer. But I think personally, even though weather does end up being a problem most of the time, grass is how it's supposed to be played, and I'm glad we're doing it here today.
100%, especially a well-taken care of dirt and grass field is just magnificent.
Another one fouled off. Great AB here from Coy. Count is 2-2. This will be the 10th pitch of the AB. Here it is from Troyer. Fouled back. We'll have another.
I mean, what a battle. And if you're Central Catholic, like, this is just so huge. Trying to get to that Waynedale bullpen, because right now they're working up that pitch count.
We are still at 2-2. Pitch 11. This one in play over towards right. Barkman backtracks, stops, and makes the catch. Good battle by Coy, but it ends up in the first out of the inning.
May have just ended in a kind of a weaker pop fly, but that's still a quality at bat. Being able to work through all those pitches, that's a tough at bat.
This will bring up Jackson Keene, a junior. He is 0 for 1 in this contest. On deck is Jeremy Early. Troyer's first pitch to the new batter is high for ball 1. Talked about Paul Brown Stadium over in right center. In left field, just as big of a spectacle. It's also a football field, but you see it's indoors. How many First pitch there is in for a strike. Next pitch is in for a strike. We're even at 1. But how many indoor football facilities do you see at the high school level? I would bet none, other than this place here.
Yeah, I can't think of any at the high school level. I mean, it's a football school for sure. I mean, that thing is massive in left field. I mean, the facilities all the way around are just truly incredible, just kind of way above everyone else in the area.
2-1 count here. Jackson Keene battles with Logan Troyer on the mound. This one fouled back. We're even. I've actually been in that building once. It was a long time ago. It was right around when they first built it. They have a ton of combines. I know that I remember back in the day. We'll see the 2-2 pitch here from Troyer. That one's fouled back again. 2-2 it stays. Back in the day, if you ever played college football video games, the recruits on that game would have Spark ratings next to them, and that Spark combine was always held in that building over there. Fun fact, if you didn't know that.
I did not know that. That's really cool.
This one swung grounded, diving play by Steiner. Throw across the diamond, it's scooped up. Out number 2 is a beauty.
The hot corner making the stop and the throw.
That one was roped down the third base line. No problem for Steiner. That probably one-upped Barkman's diving catch in the regional semifinal 2 days ago.
Yeah, Central Catholic's been doing a great job these past couple innings at getting runners on early, but not this time. Waynedale shutting that down.
Jeremy Early takes ball 1 outside. And then just to kind of close off the conversation as we're talking about this this campus for Massillon, that pitch misses low, 2-0 count. High school, of course, behind that massive indoor football facility. Pretty good size, of course. This is a Division II school, Division I depending on the sport. But their gym also top-notch too. This one popped up, foul. Watch out, everybody in the crowd. That goes into the construction yet again. Count moves to 2-1. Umpire getting some more baseballs thrown from him at him from the press box. So those are fresh. You're going to have to break those in maybe, Troyer.
Yeah, brand new balls. Maybe have to kind of work in the stitches, probably some raised stitches that they're probably fresh out the box.
This has been a long top of the 4th, but potential for still a 1-2-3 inning. 2-1 count. Next pitch from Troyer outside. They have made Logan work here in this 4th. Early at the plate again, crowding the plate, swings this one into play. Right center field. Yoder calls off Barkman. He makes the catch for out number 3. Entertaining top of the 4th. It's 1-2-3. Golden Bears going to go up in the bottom of the 4th. 4-2 is the score.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's ours.
Welcome back live and free on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon, Evan Johnson with you here today. That man right there is going to come up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the fourth, but he's also on the mound for the Golden Bears, and he just threw one of the longest 1-2-3 innings I have ever seen. He threw 23 pitches to retire 3 straight batters.
I mean, every 3 of those batters just kept fighting and kept foul tipping balls and working the counts. Yeah, I don't think I've also ever seen an inning, 1-2-3 inning go that long.
First pitch here in the bottom of the fourth is a strike as Bunner continues to work on the mound for the Crusaders. Next pitch here in the dirt that gets past the catcher. Of course, most of that inning was spent on one batter. It was the first outs where Coy was able to work 11 pitches in before flying out. Then the next two were 6 and 5, or 6 and 6. Oh no, it was 6 and 5. Count here 2 and 1. To make it 23 pitches. Breaking ball hung up the middle. What a catch. Nolan Bunner was ready for that. Reflexes on fleek.
The reaction time, like a cat, just reaches out and snatches it out of the air.
That's an electric and loud out number 1 from the crowd here. Both sides impressed with that one. Next batter, Hudson Barkman, takes strike 1.
And a catch like that would definitely give you some more confidence on the bump.
Of course, plenty of inning left here for Waynedale to put up a rally potentially, but we have now had 3 consecutive zeros in frames. This one's popped up, shallow center. Coy calls off everybody and makes the catch. See the second baseman back away there at the tail end of the replay. Minnie lets the play be made by Coy.
Yep, that's a smart play. Priority pop-ups. The outfield has priority of the infield. Has a great angle. Racing in there from center field to make the catch.
We're back to the top of the order. Shane Kilwin's 1 for 1. He's got an RBI. He's also scored 2 of the 4 runs for the Golden Bears. He's also walked. Takes a strike here. This one inside. Gets ahead in the count 2-1. You may notice he's a little dirty. That came from his single earlier in the game where he advanced on a throw and dove into second base. Belts this one out towards right. That'll tail foul. Nearly a nice catch made out in right, but it just went off of the hands of a fan on the hill. Two outs, 2-1 count. Pitch to Kilwins is outside. He's got a hitter's count coming up. No, correction, the scoreboard's actually wrong. Should be full, 3-2. And this one's low for ball 4. Doesn't matter anyways. Kilwins' second walk of the game will bring up Tristan Franks, who's 2 for 2.
Waynedale's done a great job today of getting those runners over, especially when they get them on early in an inning. But now here with 2 outs, see if they can still kind of get those runners over and try to score them in.
And we got time as looks like coach is going to come out and talk to his pitcher. Bunner's at 72 pitches. Of course, with your season on the line, you're not really thinking about pitch limits. But if you are curious about them, 125 is the hard cap. And if you go over 100 pitches, it's a 5-day mandatory rest. I just got this screenshot sent to me the other day. I'm pulling it up. 76 plus pitches is 3 days of rest required. So he's going to get to that, likely in this AB. 51 to 75 is 2 days of mandatory rest. 31 to 50 is one day, and at anything under 30, you can pitch the next day. But regardless, does not matter today because the state tournament. Runner goes here on the pitch, and he'll get into second safely. Koblenz has a stolen base. Pitch also missed for a ball.
No chance of catching him. Just got a great jump. See the stains on the uniform. Just been a dirt bag out there today.
Next pitch misses inside, 2-0 the count. So I feel like whenever you get your jersey dirty early in the game, you just feel the obligation to keep it going.
Yeah, it's a compliment to have your jersey be the dirtiest after the game. Just kind of shows all the effort and the work you've been putting on the field during the game.
Speaking of dirt, I think Frank's got some in the eye. He called time. I don't know how he does it, but whenever I get dirt in the eye, I'm out for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, blink your eyes trying to flush him out.
This one in the dirt, it gets past the catcher, Hilton. Koblenz has third as well. So Koblenz walks, gets himself 180 more feet, and a chance to potentially score as the count moves to 3-0 to Tristan. Bunner trying to settle back in. He gets a strike that time. Frank's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Here's a 3-1. And Franks will settle for first. Not even close on that next pitch. Bunner. He'll have to try and regroup. Back-to-back walks, and now you've got the most dangerous hitter at the plate, at least average-wise. Highest probability of getting a base hit is at the plate right now, Cam Miller.
It's the man exactly who you want at the plate. We'll see how they pitch to him. Not trying to give him anything too pretty, but don't want to have 3 straight walks, especially with 2 outs in an inning.
Cam's going to be a big piece to what Waynedale does the following seasons. Just a sophomore. He's up ahead 2-0 here. Oh no, they called it a strike, so the count's 1-1. Thought that one clipped a little low. Bunner steps off. Waynedale, one of the rowdiest dugouts you'll hear. Not giving the pitcher Bunner an easy time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Miller takes. And right now, Waynedale doesn't feel too much pressure to swing the bats because command has kind of gone away from Bunner.
Yeah, just kind of, it's almost like you're just waiting for him to throw multiple strikes in a row. Don't go chasing at anything outside. Make him come to you.
Next pitch, breaking ball, misses low and away. Count moves to 3-1, 2 gone, runners on the corners. Can only afford to put one more on, but you've got Jordan Miller, the cleanup hitter, next, if you do. This pitch misses low and away again. There's ball 4. Ducks are on the pond for Jordan Miller. So we'll see what Jordy has to say about this situation. 3 straight walks has Central Catholic in a bind. And it looks like I'm seeing over in right field a pitcher making his way to the bullpen here at Massillon. First one to Jordy, misses away. He is 0 for 0 in this game. He has walked. Correction, he's been hit by a pitch. And he also had a sac fly to left. Can't play the sacrifice here. 2 outs with the bases loaded. He calls time. Bunner squares from the stretch. The pitch swung on, fouled back. Splits the count. Wind starting to pick up again. Blowing in from left center. As Jordan thought about taking a stab at that one. Ends up holding off. Bunner up to 85 pitches. Next pitch, hanging curveball. Jordan almost had it. He fouls it to the backstop. We're even at 2. That was awfully close.
Yeah, you have to go at him. You cannot give up a free run, but at the same time, this lineup is so dangerous, and they can really open this game up with a shot to the gap that scores 3. Could really add to the support.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled again. We'll do it again. That one nearly hit some construction equipment out and right. Two's on the board. Even 2-2 count. 2 out, 3 on. 4-2 game in favor of Waynedale. Big pitch right here. Bunner delivers to Jordan Miller. This one taken foul towards the third base line. Jordan coming into today, 325 average, 443 OBP, 21 RBIs. Swings and misses. What a way to get out of a jam by Bunner. He walks 3 straight batters, strikes out the next one like nothing even happened. 4-2, Central Catholic stays alive, stays close. 5th inning is up next.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Logan Troyer having a pretty good day on the mound. Look at his pitching line. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 2 runs. Neither of them have been earned. He has struck out 3. We sit in the top half of the 5th. Thank you so much for joining us live and free on the OH Report. I'm Jonathan Langdon, Evan Johnson on camera, also giving some color today. And some color is exactly what the crew are going to need here to get back in this game. Get some hits on the board and potentially tie it. First pitch strike.
Yeah, and after the second inning, it looked like we were going to have a big scoring game. A lot of runs, but both offenses kind of cooled off since then.
This one lined over to center. Yoder slides in, makes the catch. Nicely done by Josh Yoder. He's been busy out in center.
That's just an awkward ball hit, kind of in that very shallow center field, but shows off the range, able to make the play, and with a little flair.
Next batter is Minnie. Gets ahead in the count. Dylan is 1 for 2. On deck is Luke Spittler. Minnie fouls this off. You would love to see Dylan get on base here, give the chance for a potential 2-run shot by your power hitter on deck. It would tie the game if that happens. This one goes to the dirt, 2-1 the count.
Yeah, we touched on it pregame. Corners kind of shallow in both left and right field. Got the 310 marker in right, about 315 in left, but you got the taller wall in left field.
This one lined to left. That'll get past the 6 gap. And part 1 of 2 is completed for Central Catholic. Now Spittler up. Leads the team with 5 home runs. And also important to note, Evan, that the wind right now blowing from left center over towards right, which is the shortest part of the park.
Yeah, everything lining up right now. See if he's able to execute.
And take a really good oppo taco, though. Good swing to opposite field from Spittler to get it done. First pitch in for a strike. Troyer cannot mess around here. Quick look to first. He'll go over there. No dive. He's in safely. Spittler's 0 for 2. He's also struck out. He was one of the 3 strikeout victims. Big lead over by Minnie that time. Able to get back again. Yoder holds him on at first. Next pitch. Swung on, belted over towards left. That'll be a fair ball. That'll make it a double for Spittler. Oh, no, it is foul. They did call it foul. My apologies. As you see on the camera, that's our weak spot here, covering this one. I thought I saw the home plate umpire signal foul, but then the runners just kept on going, so I went with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you are the runners, keep going until they tell you to go back. But our one blind spot directly down that left field line. Unable to see kind of where it landed.
Spittler definitely pulled that against the wind. Still got it pretty far out. Counts 1 and 2 after that one misses outside. I wonder how close that really was. I'll have to check the other broadcast from the guys in the press box to see that one again, as there's a swing and a miss. Troyer retires Spittler on strikes for the 2nd time today. That sends us to 2 outs, and Nick Hilton, cleanup hitter for Central Catholic, due up.
Just a big strikeout. Not afraid after seeing a ball rip down the left field line, just foul. Goes right back at him. Just a huge strikeout to get to 2 outs.
Minnie still at first. First pitch to Hilton is taken high. Hilton, shortest player on the team, shortest strike zone. However, it has not bothered Logan Troyer thus far. He's struck him out already. Next pitch to him. That one in the zone, fouled back. Troyer's strikeouts now 4 of them. 2 have come against Spittler. 1 against Hilton earlier in the game. Hilton is 1 for 2. And then he also got Keen on strikes, the 8-hole hitter, who we'll see later on. Likely in the 6th inning, unless, of course, they can keep this inning going. Runner breaks for second. Can't get the tag down. And Minnie, nice little play. He read the throw over. You're going to see it here again thanks to Hummel Group. Broke straight for second, and those middle infielders were not ready.
No, that's exactly how you're supposed to play that is once you commit to second base, don't try to get into a pickle, get back. Just commit and force them to make a perfect throw and get the tag down.
So they find Minnie now in scoring position as another one misses high to Hilton. So with 2 outs, you could definitely still see a rally if you're Central Catholic, but you could simply aim to try and get that runner at second across the plate. Chip away slowly. Hilton takes outside. Counts 3-1. But then again, you could also get Hilton here on base because he's in the hitter's count. And continue to put the pressure on. Throw over to second. I mean, he had to dunk to get away from that one. Miller keeps it from going to the outfield.
It's a risky play. It's all a timing play when you're trying to pick off a runner at second base, but the downside is it could go really far into the outfield.
Hilton takes ball 4, flips his bat to the dugout. Runners on first and second, 2 gone. Up next is Brock Barquin.
Next for the Crusaders, number 15.
What a spot for a freshman to be in. This Frosch is 1 for 2.